Hi, I'm Kevin Hill, and today we're going to do another fun painting. So let's get started. We'll start off today with a little bit of yellow, touch of red on a 1-inch brush. And let's come right here and drop in a nice little glow. I think we're going to paint in a sunset today, or a sunrise, whichever one you want. Maybe touch in to a little more red. Put that nice pretty color right around the yellow. All right, set that brush down and grab a clean 2-inch brush and blend these colors together. With a nice light gray color on the 1-inch brush, we can drop in some very, very nice clouds. Just allow these clouds to float right along, right near this bright area. Not too much paint. We really don't want to get up here and put a whole lot of paint on the canvas. That would make things rather difficult later. Instead, be sparing with your paint. Not much. It didn't take much. Oh yeah, look at that. Now at this point, the sky doesn't look too good, but we're going to soften it and blend it together. All these rough edges, we just sort of knock them out. I'm just doing small circles with the 2-inch brush. Blend everything together. There's still not much paint on the canvas though. Don't need too much paint, very little. With some yellow and white on the fan brush, we can very, very gently highlight some of these clouds. Do you see that? You just use the corner of the brush and drop a little sunlight on. Very easy. It's a lot of fun to do. Just let them come right off the brush and then let them work back into the cloud softer and softer. Now with a little bit of black and red on a filbert brush, we can drop in a nice faraway mountain. This mountain's way back up in there in the clouds. So we don't see the full thing, maybe just the top portion. Now I'll pick up some yellow and white on the corner of a 2-inch brush. And right here, I'm going to show you how to do something really exciting. We're going to set down a little bit of white paint right there. Wipe the brush off, flip it around, use the clean end, create a nice little glow. Oh, a pretty little light area there. The sun is right behind those clouds. Now watch this. Pick up a little bit of paint. Careful. We're just going to tap light. We're going to create a sun ray coming right off and then gently sweep over it. Now with the knife and some black and blue, we can make a nice big mountain up here. Ooh, it reaches all the way up and comes back down. There's a lot of nice things going on in this one, but we don't need too much paint on the canvas. Scrape off most of it. There we go. That's looking pretty good. Now, before we go too far, let's add in just a little bit of maybe some water down here. Just scrub it right in. Use the same colors you did up there in the sky. Now, as you can see, I've sketched in with the point of the knife here, just a basic outline of where I want my highlights and some shadows. That'll just make things a little easier. So now we can take a little bit of gray and white. I have several colors mixed up here on the palette. Some of them have a little more brown in them. And we're gonna throw some highlight on this mountain. Work it in, very soft. In fact, today we're gonna do a winter painting. So this is kind of the rock that's exposed. Because the angle is so steep, the snow it didn't stick there too good. We'll have some snow in here, and certainly in the foreground. With the 1-inch brush, we can tap in a few very, very distant, little bushes or trees. It really doesn't matter what they are, just as long as they're soft in the background. We don't want anything to distract from the mountains or the sky. The sky's pretty fun to look at too. We can also come in with a fan brush and drop in a few evergreens. Next, we'll take a clean fan brush and grab a little bit of the color here on the bottom and brush it around. What this is going to do is create instant shadows in our snow. We can highlight on top, but for now, this is all we need to do to create the basic land shapes. Pick up the paint here, move it around to the other side. It's very easy. You can map out your whole painting this way. Now I'll load up the fan brush with some very dark black and blue. And I know, right about there. Right about there, we want a big evergreen tree. And those are so easy to make. Push up on the fan brush. There. Run out of color, flip the brush around, and then continue painting. Let this tree come all the way down here to the bottom, probably about right there. Now maybe we want some evergreens over here too. So I'm just doing the exact same thing. Just push in, tap and touch. And just let these trees come right out of the brush. You get all these nice rough and textured limbs just by pushing up on that brush. Very easy, and they're so effective. Put a lot of them in your painting. They look great in little groups. Looks like a little forest back here. Very exciting. Now with the filbert brush and some blue and white, we can begin adding on just a few little patches of snow on these background bushes. Do this very, very lightly. Just barely tap and allow a little bit of the paint to come off. The more you tap one area, the softer that area will become. So be careful you don't make it too soft. Just a nice little gentle bush back there. Very pretty. And yellow and white. The sun's coming across like this. Ooh, look at that. A little highlight right on the edge with the filbert brush and some yellow and white. Let's begin putting some highlights on the snow. Maybe this is just the really bright highlight. The sun's coming across here, we know, and it's going to hit somewhere in here and really light up this one patch of snow. Extremely bright. Oh, and that's nice. Look at that. And maybe another one back there. With the 2-inch brush, we can pull and blend a nice little reflection here in the water. Gentle, pull straight down. Wipe the brush on a paper towel and then sweep across. With some blue and white on the fan brush, we can drop on some snow to the big trees. It's really very, very similar to what we did on the bushes back there. Put on a little bit of the snow, then we'll throw some light on there too. That's what makes it really, really stand out, that light. Now with the fan brush and some yellow and white, you know what's coming. Here we go. We're gonna add on some sunlight. There. Just touch it right on. Let it sparkle and shine. Take a look where that light's just coming and really striking the edge of that tree. Wow, that adds a lot of interest to the painting. Now would be a good time to add on just a few little details, like little bushes here in the foreground. With some black on the filbert brush, we can drop in just a few little rocks here. This really, it helps to detail out our painting, and it also gives us a nice finished look. All right, well, I think we're done. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. Don't forget to check out my website and also my instructional DVDs. And thanks for watching.